And just a minute or two here for the players to get warmed up before the start of the game. Hello and welcome everyone to another exciting edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. This is Kevin Harlan. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for Houston. And for Washington. Tip-off goes to Houston. Number 3. No good with the triple. On defense, Houston. Right, left side. Carter for 3. It's rebounded by Houston. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
I briefly spoke with the home team's head coach. This is a team that loves to run, and he wants to see them do what they love. Fast break basketball should be on the menu today, guys. We'll enjoy watching it.
Thank you, Doris. Houston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Well, they were a fairly decent free throw shooting team a year ago, Kevin, about 77% from the line.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
He hits the second from the line. And it's Washington's ball. 0. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Washington on D. About 1 minute into the first quarter. And he misses his first shot.
Well, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that. The D might need to body him up a little better next time. Get into him something.
Yeah, Clark, they need to be a little bit more physical.
Yeah, you can't play this game, Saul.
Yeah, but guys, you got to give him some credit for attacking when he had the chance.
And so it's Houston with it. It's a three-point game. And Wright pulls it down. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go. Wright's got 5 points so far.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
Number 3. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
The first bucket for this offense, 1 of 4 to start the game.
From outside the arc, the shot is off.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Here's White. Great D that time from Stewart. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Carter on the wing. Misses for 3. For Houston, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Tries from 16. White, good. White's got his first bucket in this one.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
0. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
Not much doubt about that over-the-back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
For Houston, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Grimes. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert. He's got to take that every time.
And again, Washington, no good.
And that's a shot you can't pass up. He should knock that down.
Off the left rim and up.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Number 11. Offensive rebound, Harris. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played, and they're able to recover. That ties the game.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And also, he catches a lot of defenders off balance, Steve, with his ability to pull up and drain shots off the bounce. It's a very effective skill to have. That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Carter kicks to right. Back to Carter. Tries from 7. And it's Houston on the break. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Washington leading now by 3. Pass to right. Here's Stewart. Second shot opportunity. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You guys said yeah.
And he makes the first. And Washington making a change here. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
The 2-possession lead is what they were looking for there, so they can deal with that one miss.
Shot from free throw range. Nice jump shot. Good. Washington's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 5.
Well, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
On the corner. That's good. So timeout called here. The first for Washington. So it's Washington now. 3-point lead. Carter outside. Right. The 3. That one falls coming off Carter's feet. Wright's got 8 points.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Wasted no time on that one.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Houston moving it around. Number 3. From outside off the mark.
He's jacked up a number of threes, but his accuracy has been lacking. Time to try something different, if you ask me.
Back to Carter. From past the arc. Can't get it to go. And Houston the other way now. Launches at 3. Rebound, Washington. There's the dish to right. 0. Shot denied. And they get it back. number 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. He has 6.
He gets another one. That's only his second make in 7 attempts, so a little bit of a struggle here to start.
Washington leading now by 6. Right side. Fires from deep. Cannot hit. Right against White. And Houston again with the bucket. And Washington has possession. Pass to Carter. He dishes it to White. And again, Washington no good.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead where it is.
No good on the triple.
Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
A 3. It's rebounded by Houston. White's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Lets it go with the 3. That's good. And now just a 1-point Washington lead.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Passes it for Stewart. Rejected by Harris. A minute 50 left here in the first quarter. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
That is a tough layup with a guy right on him. Good defense, but better offense.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. The free throw off from Harris. Washington shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far.
Tell you what, boy, it's hard to watch when the guy gets good shots and misses them. He's missed everything this quarter.
For Houston, they have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on. The first free throw is good. Houston making a switch here. Good on both. Washington trails by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. Washington calls timeout.
Well, they were getting run ragged out there. Good time for a timeout. Maybe it was even too late, but this club has to regroup now.
Boy, I tell you what, it wasn't pretty, and they definitely needed to take a minute to talk things over.
.136 left to play in the first quarter. To the paint, number 23. And the layup is good. And here's Mills.
Get the perimeter.
Number 23 gets it to go from beyond the arc. And Houston leads by 4.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And good on the basket. Book it. And 101 left to play here in the first. Expanding his range. No luck. Here's Washington. Here's Battle. Those 3-pointers off the mark. And here's Houston. They're on a 15-4 run right now. And some nice passing there by Houston. Mills can't hit. Washington shooting only around 32% so far in this one. The offense looking a bit off kilter. No good from Battle. Now Mills. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go.
I got ball.
Number 23 gets the 3-point bomb. He's got 6. 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to Carter. 1 second left.
Wow.
Oh, free points right there at the end of the quarter.
Well, only about 1 in 50 of those go down, but that's why you chuck them up there. You want to give yourself a chance.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Houston on top, up 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Houston, what do you guys think?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
Washington trailing. There's the pass to back. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket. And for Houston, they're shooting around 41% on the night. It's up a 3. Can't get it to go. Washington shooting only 32% from the field. Plenty of signs of struggle by this offense today. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, he just battled through that initial impact and somehow willed it in.
Excellent concentration. That's what you like to see.
Washington shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And not a very strong free throw shooting team in general. Guys, they shot 73% as a team a year ago.
Doubled by Battle. Mills, that's a 2-pointer. No luck. Number 15. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
And so here is Houston. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Goes back up. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Washington.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
First free throw is good. Houston making a switch here. He hits both from the strike. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Pass to back. From beyond the arc. Washington gets it back. Number 14. Buried from 15 feet out. And Washington leads by 1. Guys back and forth this first half.
4 or 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
This could be a back-and-forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Number 11. That threw off the mark. For Washington, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Great job. Take it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there.
Washington shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. He misses the free throw. That one is no good. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Sasser. Off target from outside. Washington shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Number 23 drops one in from the wing. Houston trails by 3. Kicks it to Mills. Number 11. Drills it from outside. He's got 5. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fires the 3. They get it back.
And another foul will give him 3 before the half, something to keep our eyes on.
Stewart's checked in for Washington. Houston on D. Number 15 gets the three-pointer to fall. And Washington leads by 3.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Here's Sasser. Number 4. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
You know, that putback's about as easy as it's going to get. You have to put a body on someone down there.
Well, no box out. That's the results you get right there.
Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And Houston calls their first timeout of the game.
You know, he wants to tinker a little bit, and he's taking the time to do so right here.
Yeah, I think you're right. He just didn't like some of the things he saw out there, a bit uncomfortable, and wanted to talk it over.
Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And here's Mills from the arc. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, 6 lead changes already, and as Rasheed Wallace once said, both teams playing hard, my man.
And so it's Washington with it, following the score by Houston.
And I'll tell you what, this has been one ugly quarter for him.
And it keeps getting uglier. I mean, his touch has basically gone AWOL. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Here's Battle. It's rebounded by Mills. Mills has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. It's rebounded by Battle.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway.
And that one's good. He's got 5. Mills with it. Number 11. Number 4. Great positioning on the putback.
It was a slow start for him, but he started to take off since we hit the second quarter, guys.
Number 5. Measure from outside.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
They set the screen. And the space there, but it's offline.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open.
Clark, you talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of
Yeah,
it.
no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, 2 good teams going head-to-head, even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight. Not much doubt about that over-the-back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Houston making a switch here. And so it's Washington with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Number 15. It's rebounded by Houston. White's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Sasser, and it's blocked, but he recovers it. Mills. And the 3 off target. Here's White. Here's Battle. Misses the reverse.
He continues to struggle from the field, but luckily for him and his team, his teammates have been able to pick him up and get the job done.
Good on the shot. Washington trailing. Passes it to Stewart. The kick out to right. Here's Sasser. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Oh, boy, he is just cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead.
And it's White missing.
What was the defense doing there? I mean, he is not the guy to give an open look to, and yet they got away with it.
The pass to Bennett. 0. Offensive rebound.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
And for Houston, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Dishes at the Mills. Can't get the chip in. Washington shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Houston in the lead with the lead pass. Out of bounds. Washington takes possession. Houston making a switch. Washington shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. Three-pointer. That's good. He's got 8.
Every time it seems like one team makes a run, there's a response.
Yeah, this has been teeter-tottering back and forth like a seesaw.
Number 11. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Wow, this has been a thriller. I mean, the way these teams are battling, just going back and forth.
Would you like to bet that this game may end on a buzzer beater? How much would you bet?
Here's Grimes. And another 3 for Houston. 1:51 left to play here in the second quarter. He feeds it to Carter. Carries the long-range jumper. Carter's got 6 points.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
Houston moving the ball around. That misses off the backboard.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Houston?
Boy, great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
They're crashing the offensive glass hard, too. I mean, they've dropped in several second-chance baskets.
Houston making a switch here. And the second free throw, good. And for Houston, their shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Here's Sasser. Good hit. And it's Washington the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Unloads. And again, Washington no good. And for Houston, they're shooting 31% in the second. Some poor shot selection for them in this quarter. Washington shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times.
Check out the game for Wright. He has 9 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
First one falls for him. And Washington making a change here. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And the free throws are starting to pile up a little bit here, more so than in the first quarter.
And that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Here's Grimes. A target from 3-point range.
You know, not only is the game neck and tight, but the rebounding battle is too. The extremely close on the board.
Yeah, both teams have really put in a terrific effort down low.
Houston trails by 4. That's tipped. Will it go? The putback slams it home for the putback.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
No need to back it out if you're in position for the dunk.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Washington leads by 2. We'll have the start of the third quarter for you shortly. But first, it's the Sprint Halftime Show with Damon Bruce.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's time to break down the first half of action. I hope you're having a great Friday night so far. At the midway point, a grinded-out game for Washington. Their passing has been the key. Great playmaking all around. And it was a good half as well for Houston. They've looked to their bench for scoring, and it's paying big dividends. And that's it for us here in the studio. Time to send it on back out to Kevin Harlan and the gang for the start of the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You have to like what you're seeing from Wright.
You know, he spoils us with his performances game in and game out. And so far, just another big scoring night for him.
Typically, when he puts up that many points in the first half, he's going to follow it up with a better second half. We'll see if that happens here.
Not a bad look at the hoop, just couldn't get it to bounce in for him.
Number 3. Hangs on the trifecta. 12 points for him. And Clark and Steve, as we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, exactly right, Kevin. I mean, these teams just simply keep trading baskets, and as a result, trading the lead.
Yeah, neither side really able to create much of a cushion at all. So, which team can make a little run here? We'll see.
And for Houston, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Right. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
For Houston, they have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. Washington trails by 4. Right outside. The feet to Carter. Fires it up. And another miss by Washington.
You know, sometimes rest can do more harm than good. It certainly looks that way for them. They've been cold coming out and have yet to find the bottom of the net.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
That was an important bucket. They're only 1 of 5 now, so they really had to get their offense clicking.
And so it's Houston with it. It's a one-point game. Misses off the left iron.
You know, he's so confident, sometimes to a fault, and that showed right there. That's a bad shot.
Exactly. I mean, that's self-inflicted damage right there. There are a lot better options than what he took.
There's the triple. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Number 11, defended by Carter. There's a screen. Number 11. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Washington trails by 4. He kicks it to Wright. Three-pointer. Gets it to go. Wright's got 17 now.
Boy, his performance from long range has been incredible.
I know that was your shot, Steve, and today it's his too.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, he sees something that he doesn't like. I'm not sure what it is, but I think he's going to make some changes here.
I think you've got to make your adjustments pretty quickly like he's doing here. Otherwise, you know, things can get out of hand. So this is a good timeout.
Houston's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them.
Get him out, get him out.
Number 3, here's Harris. The shot is up. Excellent D there from Stewart. For Washington, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. It's hauled in by Harris.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
And Washington has possession. Wright for 3. Excellent D there from White. For Houston, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Number 3. And a little luck that time, but it drops. 14 points for him. Washington calls timeout.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
And Washington making a change here. Washington trails by 3. Nice ball movement by Washington. Number 5. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. For Houston, they've gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Houston making a switch here. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. But one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Steve enjoys that too.
Yeah, that's the best part of the game. I mean, a 5-man team game where the ball moves. There's so much unselfish play. It's beautiful to watch.
And so here is Houston after the basket by Washington. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
How about that play? Great body control. Still manages to finish the play despite the contact.
You know, when that whistle blows, you're not done. Get greedy and find a way to knock it down.
Houston making a switch here. For Houston, they have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far. Washington trails by 4. This one for 3, and it's good. 12 points for him.
They just continue to splash home those threes. Eliminating the deep shot has to become priority number 1 for this defense.
It really does. I mean, it's not possible to give up that many points behind the arc and not pay the price in the end.
And Washington has possession. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. White is checked in for Houston. For Houston, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Here's Sasser. Second chance shot. Carter pulls it in.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
For the lead. And again, Washington with the triple. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
One heck of a game. I mean, guys, this has been outstanding in terms of the effort that both sides have been able to put out.
Looking over there at Steve. He's enjoying every second of it.
Me too. This has been great, guys. With the fans getting their money's worth here. Both teams just playing so hard out there.
Washington with the ball. The lead is 2. Kept alive with the second effort. Can't capitalize inside. Houston's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Another miss by Houston.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And for Houston, they're shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Stolen by Carter. Number 5. Pushes it down to finish the break.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark on the dump.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
To end the run. That's good. He's got 5.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Washington shooting 33% for the night. That's a big throw on their side right now. Feeds it to Carter. Number 5. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Houston's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Sasser. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Washington now. 0. Sinks the three-pointer. And Washington leads by 4.
A little confusion defensively.
Well, you know what? He sent the D a little message with that three.
For the 3. Rebound, Washington.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Shot is no good. And Houston the other way now. Number 23 drills the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far. Washington shooting, not looking too good out there in the second half, right around 32%. 0. They get it back. And for Houston, they're shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. The dish to White. Houston moving it around. Number 11. And another 3 for Houston.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
They have found their groove from deep, Steve.
Washington trailing. Carter on the wing. Takes the 3. That one goes. Count. Carter's got 12.
Second three-pointer of the half, 4th overall. So he's having a nice game from outside.
Number 11. And another 3 for Houston.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? I mean, they're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
And so here is Houston. A 2-point game.
Boy, look at the rebound totals. He is absolutely dominating out there.
Well, that's been something to watch. My goodness.
0.
And, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Houston making a switch here. Right outside. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Houston.
I'll tell you what, they've hit the boards hard in this one, and it's led to an abundance of second-chance points. I mean, they've gotten a lot of second-chance points.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets.
And Washington making a change here. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Houston in the lead. To the middle. Here's Sasser. And the layup's good off the glass. He has 7.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Houston leading by 3. And Mills kicks to Harris. 55 seconds left in the third. The dive for the ball. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Washington shooting 32% overall right now, not one of their better showings. Pass to back. He dishes it to Wright, fires for 3, and that one's good. Wright's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
You can just see his confidence rising every time he knocks one down beyond the arc.
Kicks it to Mills. Here's Sasser. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Gone 1 of 5 from deep. shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Bennett. Back to Wright. Number 5. And again, Washington with the triple.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Here's Sasser. Another miss by Houston.
Couldn't get that three-pointer to fall, trying to respond.
No good on that last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. Washington out in front, leading by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Washington.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
The other thing that jumps out to me is just the big number of assists they've had. The offensive efficiency has been a major factor.
Washington leading now by 3. Number 15. They did it again. Number 14. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And the first one drops. Houston making a switch here. And he makes both free throws. Houston trails by 5. Number 3. Now the pass to Mills. A second chance effort. Here's Harris. And the bucket counts. And he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
Well, finally, it's nice to see the ball actually go through the hoop.
Yeah, that always makes a game look better. I mean, it's been ugly so far here, but hopefully shot making will improve the looks of this one.
That's good from Harris. Washington shooting about 33%. Not happy with the play on that end. From outside, that's good. Wright's got 24.
Boy, he's lighting it up from long range this half, really taking advantage of the defense.
Dishes it to Mills. And it's off from three-point range. Washington leading now by 5. Wright outside. And the three ball is good. 27 points for him.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, and a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Pass to Bennett. He feeds it to Wright. Another one falls for Washington.
And his confidence has come back since halftime after really a rough first 2 quarters.
Takes a 3. No good. And it's Washington the other way. Here's Battle. The finger roll finish at the bucket. And now a 9-point Washington lead.
Despite his ineffectiveness, the team has found other scoring options, which you have to have when one of your main guys is struggling.
Washington calls timeout.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here. So I think this timeout is for him to really draw something up, maybe get an easy 2 and get their confidence back.
You know, sometimes an easy basket out of a break is just what you need to get things back on track. And coaches always have plays specifically for that situation, coming out of timeouts for an opportunity to get a bucket.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Hi, guys. I got a chance to hear what the home team head coach was saying to his players. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
And thank you, Doris. Houston trails by 9. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Here's Grimes, and it's off the back rim, no good.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
That was a layup. I mean, you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
And it's White missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Harris a screen on Carter. Hands it from downtown.
Another good look there, and that's his second three-pointer of the game.
Washington leading now by 6. It's stolen by Harris. And here comes Harris, leading the fast break. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got 5 points now this quarter.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Number 15. And again, Washington, no good.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
And Wright pulls it down. For Washington, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And another miss by Washington. Houston trails by 4. Number 11. And he's knocked off course by the D. The foul call. He'll shoot free throws. And the first one at the line is good.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Efficiency is so crucial when you're trying to overcome a deficit, Steve.
Houston making a switch here. Mills is checked in. And so he hits both. Washington's gone 2 or 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. 0. And that time, also a missed shot. And for Houston, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Number 11. And no good. And a chance to take the lead. Washington shooting about 45% from the 4 in the fourth. Stewart kept the line by Washington, and the basket good.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they work hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
Yeah, and that's their goal down the stretch. Continue to find those close-range shots.
The 3 from Mills. The shot no good.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
Well, despite that possession, something I'd like is that they've really been in control while getting out to this lead. They've kept the turnovers down.
Here's Grimes. Another miss by Houston. Washington leading now by 4. 2-drop shot rejected by Mills. Here's Grimes. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. For Washington, they've gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Carter outside. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
And that fourth foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
And for Houston, they're shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. The 3 from Mills. Washington with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's the screen. Pass to Wright. 0. Offline with his 3.
Tell you what, the defense has nothing to worry about out there with him shooting. I mean, he can't dial it in from deep this half at all.
Mills can't hit.
He's certainly not been at his best this quarter. And that's an understatement.
Here's Carter. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. And Washington leads by 4. And so it's Houston with it. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Now a timeout called by Houston. You have to like what we're seeing from Wright.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
A three off the inbound, and that one's good.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Washington's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
Stay there.
0. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
He's having quite the quarter here, guys. I mean, shooting the ball extremely well.
And there's the feed to Mills. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Obviously, he's not afraid of physical play, but he still needs to play in control.
And he definitely wasn't in control that time. Everybody in the building knew it was an over-the-back call.
White gets the screen from Harris. Number 11. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The first one falls. He's off on the second.
They've been strong on the board. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says. Still anybody's game, though.
And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A three-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Well, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest seemed easy.
That's good from Carter.
They didn't shoot it well from the line in the first half. But they've turned it around here, and it's helped them secure the lead. I mean, free throw shooting is important when you're trying to pad a lead.
Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Here is Carter. Right outside. 0. It's rebounded by Houston.
I thought he'd make that one. I mean, that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
Mills dishes to White. Here's Harris. No good. Some solid D from Stewart. Washington leading now by 6. And right, here we go. Off with the layup.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
Here's Harris. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
We've seen a noticeable improvement out of him since halftime. He didn't have a whole lot working in the first half.
Washington calls timeout.
They're committing an awful lot of fouls, and most of them are unproductive. You don't want to let guys get easy layups, I understand that. But this could turn into a parade to the foul line.
And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged the bullet there.
Here's Stewart. Shot is up. And Houston the other way. Lets it fly. And the whistle goes. And it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but you got to be smart too. Over the back, that's an easy call there.
Well, that's simply the result of poor position under the glass. But at least you can't fault him for being passive. He was trying to be aggressive there.
0. And again, Washington no good.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Houston moving the ball around. He kicks it to Mills. Here's the three. Gets it to go.
Ooh, that's a big shot right there.
And that one really took the air out of this crowd.
Kevin, the silence is deafening.
Washington has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Feeds to right. And Carter with the dunk.
Boy, I tell you, that's outstanding determination to track that rebound down and fight his way to the bucket for the throwdown.
Clark, that is the effort they're going to need for the rest of this game.
And not just on the offensive glass, Kevin, but all over the floor.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 3. 1:16 left in the fourth. And so it's Houston with it. They trail by 3. And White pulls it down. White's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup. Carter's got 15 points in just the second half.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on the follow, just like he got there.
Now the dish to Harris. And here we go. Washington fast break. The shot's good from Carter.
He's killing this club right now, guys. 5 for 7 from the field in the quarter.
And for Houston, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. He dishes it to Mills. It's good! And now they trail by just 4.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
This may be their most important possession.
Yeah, as long as they don't make a mistake here, they should be safe.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that puts them up by 5.
I'm sure he would have liked to have had all of those, but he still padded their lead a little bit at least.
From deep, it falls. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Man, he's got a tremendous ability to knock it down from deep. I mean, that's a big-time triple.
Well, it gets harder and harder the deeper you go out there. So, I mean, he's got great touch from that kind of range. That's impressive.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Stewart passes to right. Number 15. And another miss by Washington. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're behind by 2. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Well, what do you think, Clark? Do you go for the 2 or the 3 here?
I don't think you choose one or the other ahead of time. I think you try to take what's available. You get the best shot as quickly as you can.
Seconds left in the game. Simmons the triple. Washington calls timeout. They trail by 1. 6 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
No need to rush things, although I think you do want to get a shot off in time to the point where if you miss it, you got a shot at an offensive rebound.
Well, if you got a play in your quiver to get you a good shot, one you've been saving all game, now's the time to use it.
Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Stewart. Here's Mills. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so it's Washington who's straight by with the win. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up with big plays down the stretch, and that's the difference.
And now for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for joining us tonight in our presentation of NBA on 2K Sports. Now our Jordan Player of the Game.